Hello there, and welcome to Fear Street. Thanks once again for tuning into another one of my videos. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing and liking the video. Without further ado, sorry for that, let's get into this scary story. I was on my way home to my parents for winter break when I took my old Honda for a spin. The gas light came on about 10 miles back, but I told myself I'd make it to the next exit. That's the kind of decision that only feels stupid later. In late January, the kind of night where the cold seems heavier than usual, snow from earlier that day had hardened into gray ice along the shoulder of the freeway. My heater hummed quietly as I drove, and the road ahead was almost empty, just long stretches of dark highway and the occasional pair of headlights passing in the opposite direction. When my car suddenly sputtered, my stomach dropped. "No, no, no, no," I muttered, easing off the gas. The engine jerked once, twice, then kaput. I managed to coast onto the narrow shoulder, my tires crunching over frozen slush before the car rolled to a stop. The dashboard lights glowed in the dark cabin, the gas needle sitting stubbornly below empty. "Great," I mumbled. For a moment, I just sat there staring out into the empty highway. The nearest exit was still miles away. I grabbed my phone, 1 bar of signal. "Perfect," I said sarcastically. I tried calling roadside assistance, but the call dropped before it even started ringing. I tried again, and the same thing. The wind outside rocked the car slightly, carrying that hollow, icy sound that only happens on wide open highways in the winter. Then about 5 minutes later, headlights appeared in my rearview mirror. Relief washed over me. A pickup truck slowed as it approached, old and rusted. The headlights had that yellow glow older vehicles have. It rolled to a stop about 20 feet behind me. For a second, I felt grateful. Someone actually stopped. This world isn't so cruel after all, I thought. A man climbed out of the truck. He was tall, bundled in a heavy coat and a dark knit cap. I couldn't see his face clearly in the mirror, but something about the way he stood there, just watching my car, made the relief drain right out of me, almost instantly. He didn't wave. He didn't call out. He just stood there. Then he started walking toward my car. I locked the doors. By the time he reached my window, I had already cracked it open maybe half an inch. "You okay in there?" he asked. His voice was rough, too calm. "Yeah," I said. "Just ran out of gas. I already called for help." That was a lie, but it came out automatically. The man leaned closer to the glass. Up close, I could finally see his face in the faint glow from my dashboard. It was pale and unshaven. His eyes moved slowly over the inside of my car, like he was taking inventory or something. "You sure?" he asked. "Real cold out tonight." "I'm good, thanks though." For a moment, he didn't move. Then he tried the door handle. My heart slammed into my throat as the handle jerked against the lock. "Hey," I shouted. He smiled. It wasn't a normal smile. It was slow and crooked, like he'd just confirmed something. "Door's frozen," he said casually. Then he walked around the front of my car. I fumbled with my phone trying to dial 911. No signal again. My hands were shaking so badly I nearly dropped it. The man appeared at the passenger side. He pulled the handle again, harder this time. The car rocked slightly. "Open up," he said through the glass. "You don't want to sit there all night." I slammed my hand on the horn. The blast echoed across the empty highway. His expression changed instantly. The smile disappeared. Now he looked annoyed and angered. He walked back towards his truck for a split second. I thought maybe the horn scared him off. Then he opened the bed of his truck and pulled something out. A tire iron. My chest went tight. He walked back toward the passenger window, gripping the metal bar loosely in one hand. "Last chance," he said. The horn kept blaring as I held it down, the sound shrieking into the freezing darkness. The man raised the tire iron. Then, in the distance, another set of headlights appeared on the highway. Bright, fast, and getting closer. The man noticed too. For a second he stood there, calculating, deciding if he should go through with this action or not. Then, he lowered the tire iron. It was as if God was answering my prayers. Without another word, he turned around, climbed into his truck, and drove off into the night, just seconds before the other car had passed. I stayed on that shoulder for nearly an hour after that, the horn silent now, the heater slowly fading as the battery drained. Roadside assistance eventually got through and a tow truck came, but even now, months later, I'm still thinking about that one thing. When the police ran the plate number I gave them, it didn't belong to any truck. So who was that man? And were his intentions iller than I thought? I guess I'll never know. Thanks again so much for listening to this audio. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please consider leaving a like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you.